Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, today we are going to work with Chapter 7, Fractions 1, Part 1. At the end of this video, students will be able to define a fraction, identify fractions that can be written in decimal form. Please prepare the following materials. First, let us remember fractions of a whole. This circle represents one whole, and one whole is equal to 1. Now, we can divide this circle into two equal parts. Then, we shaded one of these equal parts. The shaded part represents 1/2. Because we shaded one part out of 2, we read it 1/2. Or we can divide it into 6 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we shaded one out of these equal parts. The shaded part represents 1/6 because we shaded one part out of 6 equal parts. We read it 1/6. Or we can divide it into 8 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we shaded 2 out of these equal parts. The shaded part represents 2/8. We read it 2/8. Now let us define a fraction. A/b with a and b natural numbers and b different from 0 represents a fraction. A is the numerator, b is the denominator. Now let us take the fraction a/b. A is called the numerator that tells the number of equal parts taken. B is called the denominator that tells the total number of equal parts in a whole. For example, a pie chart is divided into 7 equal parts. 3 of the 7 parts of the pie chart are shaded. 1, 2, 3. Therefore, the numerator is 3, since the number of equal parts shaded is 3. And the denominator is 7, since the total number of equal parts in the pie chart is 7. So, the fraction that represents the shaded part is 3/7. We read it 3/7. Now let us solve the following application. The adjacent figure shows a pie cut into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ali got 1 out of 4. This is the part taken by Ali. The question is, represent the pie taken by Ali as a fraction. Please pause the video and try to solve the application. Solution. 1 is the number of equal parts taken by Ali, so 1 is the numerator. 4 is the total number of equal parts in the pie. Remember that 4 is the total number of equal parts in the pie, so 4 is the denominator. Therefore, he got 1/4, that is 1/4. 1/4 is a number in the form of a fraction. Now, let us remember how to write a decimal number as a fraction. Let's take the pattern of hundredths. We have 23 hundredths are colored by green. So, the decimal number that represents the green part is 0.23. We can write it as a fraction 23/100. Also, let's take the pattern of tenths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns are colored by green. That is 5 tenths. The decimal number that represents the green part is 0.5. We can write it as a fraction 5/10. Now, let's do the activity. Complete by following the example. 4 tenths is equal to 0.4 is equal to 4/10. Please pause the video and try to solve the activity. 4 tenths is equal to 0.4 is equal to 4/10. We have one digit in the decimal part. This means that we have 1 0 beside 1 in the denominator. 50/100ths is equal to 0.51. We have 2 digits in the decimal part. This means that we have 2 zeros beside 1 in the denominator, so it is equal to 51/100. 362 thousandths is equal to 0.362. We have 3 digits in the decimal part. This means that we have 3 zeros beside 1 in the denominator, so it is equal to 362/1000. 7 tenths is equal to 0.7. We have one digit in the decimal part. This means that we have 1 0 beside 1 in the denominator, so it is equal to 7/10. In conclusion, all decimal numbers can be written in the form of a fraction. Now it's your turn to solve the following application. Write each decimal number in the form of a fraction. Please pause the video and try to solve the application. Solution. 1.37 is equal to 137/100. Since we have 2 digits after the decimal point, 12.1 is equal to 121/10. Since we have one digit after the decimal point, 0.02 is equal to 2/100. Since we have 2 digits after the decimal point. Some fractions are decimal numbers. Since fraction is really just a division problem, so if you go to the division of 3/8, you give an answer 0.375. This answer will be the decimal form of the fraction. Also, if you divide 2/5, the answer is 0.4. These two answers are the quotients of the divisions. The above fractions are decimals because the quotient of division has a limited number of digits after the decimal point. On the other hand, some fractions are not decimal numbers. For example, if you divide 177/99, you give an answer 1.78787878, etc. Here we see a repeating pattern of digits that continues forever. Also, if you divide 20/13, you give an answer 38.461532, which keeps on going forever. The above fractions are not decimals because the quotient of division has an unlimited number of digits after the decimal point. Now it's your turn to solve the following application. Tell whether each of the following fractions is a decimal fraction. Please pause the video and try to solve the application. Solution. 6 over 5 is equal to 1.2. That is, if you divide 6 by 5, you get the answer 1.2. So, it is a decimal fraction because we have one digit after the decimal point and it is limited. 11 over 25 is equal to 0.44. So it is a decimal fraction because we have two digits after the decimal point and it is limited. 5 over 7 is equal to 0.714285, etc. So it is not a decimal fraction because we have an unlimited number of digits after the decimal point. Our assignment is review pages 89 and 90 definition fractions and decimals from the textbook. Homework. Exercise 7ABD page 98 and exercise 8 ACD page 99 and exercise 10 page 99 from the textbook. Summary. Fractions. Definition. A over B with A and B natural numbers and B different from 0. A is the numerator and B is the denominator. Decimal fraction. For example, 1 over 4. Non-decimal fraction. For example, 2 over 9. Thank you for watching.